The Galactic Council's observation deck fell silent as the human demonstration began. Ambassador Tilara of the Viridian Collective leaned forward, her crystalline features catching the starlight as she watched the approaching human vessels. They were unlike anything the Council had ever witnessed. Sleek ships covered in what appeared to be resonance chambers and acoustic amplifiers. Commenced the Symphony Fleet demonstration. Came the calm voice of Admiral Sarah Chen through the observation deck's speakers. The assembled alien diplomats exchanged confused glances. They had heard rumors about humanity's unconventional approach to warfare, but nothing could have prepared them for what happened next. A deep, resonant tone emerged from the lead vessel, rippling through space. Physics-defying waves of harmonic energy pulsed from the ship's hull. The other vessels joined in, each adding their own layer to the growing symphony. What started as a single note evolved into a complex melody that seemed to bend the very fabric of reality. "Impossible," whispered First Scholar Zixtal, his tentacles writhing in agitation. "Sound cannot propagate in space. This defies all known laws of physics." Yet the evidence before them was undeniable. The human fleet moved in perfect synchronization, their ship's movements matching the rhythm of their strange battle song. Admiral Chen's voice came through again. "What you're witnessing isn't simply sound, honored representatives. This is the culmination of Project Orpheus, the integration of neural harmonic resonance with quantum field manipulation. We discovered that consciousness, music, and space-time are fundamentally interconnected." The demonstration continued as simulated enemy drones were released. The Council members watched in amazement as the human ships responded to attacks without any apparent communication delay. Their movements were fluid, almost dance-like, as they evaded incoming fire while launching devastating counterattacks. "The neural harmonic system allows our crews to achieve perfect synchronization," Chen explained. "Each ship becomes part of a greater symphony, responding as one. But more importantly, the harmonic frequencies we generate can disrupt enemy shields, enhance our weapons, and even create localized space-time distortions." To emphasize her point, one of the human vessels released a concentrated burst of harmonic energy. The pulse caught a drone in what appeared to be a bubble of warped space, causing it to age thousands of years in seconds before crumbling to dust. Ambassador Corel of the militant Krelithan Empire rose abruptly, his scales flushing dark with anger. "This is an abomination. You claim to make war with music. The Krelithan Empire has conquered 1,000 worlds through strength and superior firepower. We will not be intimidated by these musicians." Admiral Chen's response was calm but carried an edge of steel. "With respect, Ambassador, we're not trying to intimidate anyone. Humanity simply found its own path to the stars. While other species focused on bigger guns and stronger shields, we discovered that the universe itself sings. We learned to sing back." The demonstration reached its crescendo as the human fleet executed a series of maneuvers that should have been impossible. Ships moved in perfect harmony, their neural harmonic fields interweaving to create patterns of destructive and constructive interference. The remaining drones were destroyed with surgical precision, some torn apart by resonant frequencies, others caught in quantum harmonics that simply blinked them out of existence. As the exhibition concluded, the observation deck erupted in heated discussion. Some representatives were horrified, others fascinated. The Arthi delegation, known for their own musical traditions, appeared deeply moved. Their chief diplomat immediately requested a cultural exchange program. Tilara rose slowly, her crystalline form humming faintly in response to the lingering harmonics. "Admiral Chen, my people have always believed that the universe holds more mysteries than we can comprehend. Today you have proven us right. But I must ask, why reveal this technology now?" The Admiral's hologram flickered as she turned to address the Council. "Because what's coming requires us all to be prepared. The Orpheus Project detected something in the outer reaches of known space, a discord in the universal symphony. We believe humanity's musical warfare isn't just a new technology. It might be the rediscovery of something ancient and essential." As the council chambers erupted in questions, Krell stormed out, already composing a message to his empire. The Krell would not stand idly by while humans rewrote the rules of warfare. Their response would be swift and decisive. But Admiral Chen and her fleet remained calm, the ships still humming their subtle harmony. They had shown only a fraction of their true capabilities. If war came, the galaxy would learn why humans had always sang in the face of battle, why music had accompanied every human conflict since the dawn of their species. The universe was about to hear humanity's battle symphony, whether it was ready or not. The Krell attack came 3 months after the Council demonstration. Their warships emerged from hyperspace like a storm of razors, 50 vessels strong, their weapon systems already charging. But the human defense fleet at Proxima Centauri waited in perfect formation, quiet yet ready. Commander Maya Patel stood on the bridge of the HSS Beethoven, her hands hovering over the neural harmonic interface. Around her, her crew sat in meditation pods, their minds already synchronized with the ship's resonance field. They had trained for this moment, knowing the Krell would eventually make their move. Battle positions. Maya commanded, her voice steady. Begin the war song. The first notes emerged from deep within the Beethoven's core, a low, thrumming bass line that seemed to vibrate through the fabric of space itself. Other ships joined in, each adding their own voice to the growing symphony. The Mozart provided the melody, sharp and precise. The Bach added counterpoint, its harmonics weaving through space like golden threads. The Tchaikovsky and Strauss brought in the rhythm, their resonance chambers pulsing with martial energy. The Krell ships opened fire, their energy weapons cutting brilliant lines through the void. But the human fleet was already moving, their formations shifting like dancers following an intricate choreography. Not a single shot found its mark. They still don't understand. Maya's second-in-command, Lieutenant Carlos Rodriguez, observed. They're fighting the old way. Maya nodded as she adjusted the harmonic frequencies. The Beethoven's battle song shifted, its notes interweaving with the other ships to create complex interference patterns. Quantum resonance fields began to form between the vessels, linking them in ways that defied conventional physics. The Krell commander's voice boomed across all frequencies, filled with contempt. Your musical tricks won't save you, humans. The Empire has developed countermeasures against your sonic warfare. As if to prove his point, several Krell ships activated strange devices that emitted waves of anti-harmonic energy. For a moment, the human battle song wavered, its patterns disrupting. But Maya smiled. They had expected this. All ships transition to movement 2, she ordered. The fleet's song changed, becoming something older, deeper. This wasn't the classical harmonies they had demonstrated to the Council. This was something primal, drawing from humanity's oldest war chants, tribal drums, and battle cries. The effect was immediate. The Krell countermeasures, designed to disrupt classical harmonic patterns, proved useless against these ancient rhythms. Their anti-harmonic fields shattered as the human fleet's song reached a crescendo. Maya's hands danced across the neural interface, conducting her ship and crew through the battle symphony. The Beethoven's quantum resonators pulsed in time with the music, each beat sending out waves of destructive interference that weakened enemy shields. Other human ships added their own harmonics, creating overlapping fields of quantum distortion. The first Krell vessel fell when its atomic bonds began resonating with the human battle song. The ship literally shook itself apart, its structure unable to withstand the harmonic vibrations that targeted its very molecular structure. 2 more followed, their shields collapsing under the sonic onslaught. But the Krell were not considered one of the galaxy's premier military powers for nothing. They adapted quickly, their ships breaking into smaller groups, trying to disrupt the human formation. Energy beams and plasma torpedoes filled space, forcing the human fleet to split its attention. Maya felt the strain through the neural link as she maintained the battle song's coherence. Every crew member was part of the symphony now, their consciousness merged with their ships, moving and fighting as one unified organism. The music flowed through them, enhancing their reactions, coordinating their movements with impossible precision. "They're targeting our resonance chambers," Rodriguez reported as a Krelthin strike force focused fire on the Mozart. The ship's harmonic output wavered, threatening to break the fleet's synchronized symphony. Maya made a split-second decision. All ships, channel power to the Mozart. Let's show them what a true crescendo looks like. The human fleet's song shifted again, all ships directing their harmonic energy through the Mozart's advanced resonance arrays. The ship became a focal point of quantum harmonics, its resonance chambers glowing with accumulated power. When the energy released, it did so in a wave of pure sonic force that rippled through space-time itself. Krelthin ships caught in the wave had their quantum fields completely disrupted. Some simply ceased to exist, their matter converted to energy by the harmonic dissolution. Others found their systems completely scrambled, their advanced technology reduced to useless metal by the quantum interference. The remaining Krelthin vessels retreated, jumping to hyperspace with their defeat, encoded in the background radiation of space itself. But Maya knew this was just the beginning. The Empire would return with new tactics, new countermeasures. As the human fleet regrouped, their battle song transitioning to a victory march, Maya received a priority message from Admiral Chen. The neural harmonic sensors had detected something during the battle, patterns in the Krelthin ship's death throes that suggested they too once knew the power of music in warfare. Something ancient stirred in the galaxy's memory, and humanity's battle symphony had awakened it. The real war was just beginning, and its notes would echo across the stars. Deep within the Krelthin Empire's primary research facility, High Commander Vexthor watched the battle recordings for the 100th time. The defeat at Proxima Centauri had shaken the Empire's confidence, but it had also provided invaluable data. His team of scientists had been working tirelessly to understand the human sonic warfare technology. "Show me the harmonic analysis again," he ordered. The holographic display shifted, revealing complex waveforms captured during the battle. Something about the pattern seemed hauntingly familiar, though he couldn't explain why. On the other side of the galaxy, Admiral Chen stood in humanity's most secure facility, the Orpheus Archive. Before her lay an artifact recovered from the ruins of an ancient civilization on Mars, a crystalline structure that pulsed with its own inner light, emitting frequencies that matched exactly what they'd detected from the dying Krelthin ships. "It's not possible," Dr. Ilara Kane, the archive's chief cinemusicologist, whispered. "These harmonics, they're identical to the death songs we recorded from the Krelthin vessels. But this artifact predates their civilization by millions of years." The artifact's discovery had been kept secret, even from the Galactic Council. Now, as Chen studied its pulsing patterns, she understood why humanity's musical warfare had provoked such a violent response from the Krelthin. They weren't just facing a new technology. They were confronting a buried truth about their own past. Back on the front lines, Commander Maya Patel led the first deployment of humanity's new weapon, the battle conductors. Standing in specialized control chambers aboard their ships, these gifted individuals could channel and direct the neural harmonic energies with unprecedented precision. The HS Beethoven's battle conductor, Marcus Way, took his position as Krelthin ships appeared on the long-range sensors. His neural implants connected directly to the ship's harmonic core, his consciousness expanding to encompass the entire fleet's musical network. "Multiple signatures detected," Rodriguez reported. "They've modified their ships, some kind of sonic dampening technology." Maya watched as the enemy fleet approached. The Krelthin ships were different now, their hulls covered in strange, organic-looking growths that seemed to absorb harmonic energy. But there was something else, something that made her blood run cold. The enemy ships were emitting their own frequencies, discordant notes that set her teeth on edge. "They're trying to sing," Marcus observed, his voice tight with concentration. "But it's wrong. Forced, like they're trying to remember something they've forgotten." The battle began with a shriek of tortured space-time as the Krelthin unleashed their countermeasure. Anti-harmonic warfare. Their ships projected waves of calculated discord, attempting to disrupt the human fleet's musical coherence. For the first time, humanity's battle symphony faltered. Multiple ships reporting harmonic instability, Rodriguez called out, "The Dresden and the Wagner are taking heavy damage." Maya felt it through the neural link. The discord was more than just tactical warfare. It carried emotional weight, memories of ancient conflicts and buried traumas. The Krellfen weren't just fighting with technology. They were tapping into something primal, something that resided in their genetic memory. In the Orpheus archive, the ancient artifact began to pulse more intensely. Dr. Kane's instruments recorded a surge of activity as the battle reached its peak. "Admiral," she said, her voice shaking, "I don't think we discovered musical warfare. I think we rediscovered it. The artifact, it's responding to the battle. It remembers." The revelation came too late for the Dresden. The ship's harmonic core overloaded under the Krellfen assault, its resonance chambers shattering in a cascade of quantum feedback. Over 300 crew members lost their lives in an instant, their final songs joining the cosmic background radiation. But in their deaths, they revealed something crucial. As the Dresden systems failed, its sensors recorded harmonic patterns that perfectly matched both the ancient artifact and the Krellfen ship's natural frequencies. The evidence was undeniable. The Empire's ancestors had once been masters of musical warfare, before something made them abandon it. Marcus Way, connected deeply to the battle network, sensed the change first. The Krellfen discord wasn't just random noise. It contained fragments of true battle songs, echoes of their lost heritage. Their attacks were becoming more coordinated, more purposeful, as if each engagement was helping them remember. Maya made a decision that would change the course of the war. Instead of fighting the Krellfen discord, she ordered the fleet to adapt to it, to weave it into their own battle symphony. The result was something entirely new, a haunting melody that combined human innovation with ancient Krellfen war songs. For a moment, both fleets hesitated as the new harmony spread through space. Some of the Krellfen ships actually seemed to resonate with it, their organic sound dampeners vibrating in sympathy. But then High Commander Vexthor's orders cut through the moment of connection, and the battle resumed with even greater intensity. As the human fleet withdrew to regroup, Admiral Chen received reports from across the galaxy. The battle's unique harmonics had awakened similar artifacts on a dozen worlds. The galaxy itself seemed to be responding to the resurrection of this ancient art of war, and not everyone was happy about it. In the depths of space, something stirred, something that had been waiting for these songs to return. The true test of humanity's musical warfare was about to begin, and this time, the whole galaxy would be forced to choose sides in the coming symphony of destruction. When the Arthi delegation arrived at Earth's orbital defense platform, they brought with them instruments that defied human classification. Crystal formations that sang with light, living organs that pulsed with biorhythmic energy, and quantum harps that plucked the strings of space-time itself. Their chief musician, Solaria, approached Admiral Chen with an offer that would transform the war. "We have watched, we have listened, and we have remembered," Solaria said, her crystalline form resonating with each word. "The songs you wage war with, they are not just human songs. They are echoes of the universe's first symphony." Meanwhile, in the Krellfen Empire's capital system, High Commander Vexthor faced growing unrest. More of his ships reported crews experiencing strange dreams, visions of their ancestors wielding music as both weapon and art. The organic sound dampeners they'd developed were having an unexpected side effect. They were amplifying these ancestral memories rather than suppressing them. The turning point came during the Battle of the Harmonious Divide. A massive Krellfen fleet had cornered the human forces near a stellar cluster, but this time, humanity wasn't alone. Ships from a dozen species arrived. Arthi crystal singers, Malaxi void chanters, even the mysterious quantum chorus of the Zinfar. Commander Maya Patel stood on the Beethoven's bridge, watching as the Allied ships took formation around her fleet. Each species brought their own musical traditions, their own understanding of the universe's underlying rhythms. The challenge would be bringing them all together. "All ships, prepare for synchronized harmony," she ordered. "Battle Conductor Way, initiate the multi-species neural link." Marcus Way's consciousness expanded, touching minds and technologies he'd never encountered before. The Arthi crystal ships resonated at frequencies that made human bones vibrate. The Maloxi vessels pulsed with deep space rhythms that seemed to bend gravity itself. The Zinthar contributed something that couldn't even be described in human terms, quantum harmonies that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The Krelthan fleet opened fire, their weapons enhanced by their rediscovered sonic technologies. But this time, they faced something unprecedented, a galactic choir of war songs. Each species contributed to a symphony that transcended individual traditions, creating something new and devastating. The Arthi crystal ships projected sheets of harmonic energy that refracted enemy fire back upon itself. Maloxi void chanters created pockets of altered spacetime, where Krelthan ships found themselves fighting their own echoes. The Zinthar's quantum songs unraveled the very fabric of reality around enemy vessels. And at the heart of it all, the human fleet conducted the battle symphony, weaving each species' contribution into a coherent whole. The HFY Beethoven became a focal point for energies that hadn't been combined since the dawn of galactic civilization. Multiple Krelthan ships are experiencing harmonic resonance, Rodriguez reported. Their crews, they're starting to sing back. Through the neural link, Maya felt it. Krelthan battle songs, ancient and powerful, rising from genetic memory. Some enemy ships actually stopped firing, their crews caught in the grip of ancestral remembrance. The organic sound dampeners weren't just failing, they were transforming, becoming natural resonance chambers. High Commander Vexthor watched in horror as his fleet began to fragment. Some ships maintained their attack, while others hung motionless in space, their crews lost in the music of ages past. The combined harmony of so many species had triggered something deep within Krelthan biology, something that couldn't be denied. In the Orpheus archive, the ancient artifact began to pulse in perfect synchronization with the battle. Dr. Kane's instruments recorded patterns that matched every species' contributions to the symphony. It's not just one civilization's technology, she realized. It's a record of how the galaxy once made music together. The battle reached its crescendo as more Krelthan ships joined the harmony. Their forgotten songs merged with the galactic choir, creating patterns of such complexity that space itself seemed to dance. Energy weapons fired to the rhythm, shield harmonics pulsed in counterpoint, and for a moment, the distinction between war and art disappeared completely. But some Krelthan remained resistant. Vexthor ordered his loyal ships to concentrate fire on the Beethoven, recognizing it as the linchpin of the Allied fleet's coordination. The attack nearly succeeded, until the Arthi crystal ships sacrificed themselves to create a harmonic barrier of unprecedented power. The barrier didn't just stop the Krelthan attack, it amplified it, turning the enemy's own discord into part of the greater symphony. The effect cascaded through the fleet, overwhelming the last holdouts against the music's power. Ships that had been fighting moments before found themselves contributing to a harmony that spanned the galaxy. As the battle ended, something had fundamentally changed. The Allied species had proven that their musical traditions could work together, creating something greater than the sum of their parts. The Krelthan who had joined the symphony provided the final proof. This wasn't just about warfare anymore. It was about recovering something the galaxy had lost. But in the void between stars, other forces stirred. The combined songs of so many species had awakened more than just memories. Ancient defenses, placed in hibernation eons ago, began to power up. The galaxy's lost symphony was returning, and not everything that heard it would be friendly. The final movement was about to begin, and its notes would reshape the very nature of galactic civilization. The ancient defense systems awakened one by one, massive structures of impossible geometry rising from the cores of dead stars and the depths of black holes. They emerged singing, their frequencies so powerful they distorted the fabric of space-time. These were the silencers, weapons created by a long-vanished race to end the last great musical war. Admiral Chen stood in the Orpheus archive, watching as reports flooded in from across the galaxy. The artifact now pulsed with such intensity that it had to be contained within a quantum harmonic field. Dr. Kane's analysis had finally revealed its true purpose. Not a weapon, but a key. "It's a warning," she explained, her voice hushed with awe. The ancients knew the silencers would return if galactic civilization ever rediscovered harmonic warfare. They left these artifacts to prepare us. In the Krelthan Empire, High Commander Vexthor made a decision that would alter the course of history. After experiencing the full power of the combined species symphony, he understood why his ancestors had abandoned musical warfare. It wasn't out of choice, it was out of desperate necessity. The silencers approached with methodical precision, their song a void that consumed all other harmonies. Entire systems went silent as they passed, their natural frequencies canceled out by the anti-music these ancient machines generated. They had one purpose: to ensure that the galaxy's symphony would never reach its full potential again. Commander Maya Patil gathered the largest fleet ever assembled. Humans, Arthi, Malaxi, Zinthar, and now Krelthan ships formed a sphere around Earth. The birthplace of humanity's battle songs would be where they made their stand. Battle conductor Marcus Way linked with his counterparts from every species, their minds joining in preparation for the ultimate symphony. "We don't fight them with discord," Maya announced to the combined fleet. "We fight them with harmony. Every species, every tradition, every song we know, we bring them together. We show these machines what music really means." The silencers arrived in formation, their massive forms blotting out the stars. Their anti-harmonic wave hit first, a wall of silence that threatened to strip away every frequency in its path. Ships on the outer edge of the defense sphere began to lose power as their harmonic cores were suppressed. But this time, the galaxy was ready. The Arthi crystal ships began to glow, channeling pure light into sound. The Malaxi void chanters tapped into the quantum foam of space itself, drawing out rhythms that existed below reality. The Zinthar's multidimensional harmonies provided a framework that even the silencers couldn't fully negate. At the heart of the fleet, humanity's ships began the Earth Symphony, a piece composed by every nation, incorporating every musical tradition that had ever existed on their world. The Krelthan ships joined in, adding their recovered ancestral songs, their organic resonators now fully evolved into true harmonic organs. Through the neural link, Marcus Way felt the music build. This wasn't a battle song. It was life itself expressing its fundamental right to create, to harmonize, to exist in symphony with the universe. The combined consciousness of thousands of ships and millions of beings poured their experience into a single, unified expression of defiance against the silence. The silencers responded with increased power, their anti-harmonic field strengthening. But as they did, something unexpected happened. The patterns of their attack began to change, becoming more complex, more musical. The machines were learning, adapting, becoming part of the very symphony they were programmed to destroy. Dr. Kane watched in amazement as the ancient artifacts pulsing synchronized with both the Allied fleet and the silencers. "They're not weapons," she realized. "They're instruments. The ancients didn't build them to end the music. They built them to perfect it." The revelation spread through the neural network. The silencers had never been meant to enforce silence. They were created to ensure that when the galaxy's species finally rediscovered musical warfare, they would be forced to work together. Only by combining their songs could they generate the harmony necessary to transform these machines from destroyers to creators. High Commander Vexthor, linked into the network from his flagship, understood at last. His people had forgotten their songs because they weren't ready to share them. The silencers weren't a punishment. They were a test. waiting for the galaxy to mature enough to make music together. The final movement began. Every ship, every being, every machine joined in a symphony that transcended warfare. The silencer's anti-harmonic field became a counterpoint. Their silence transformed into a new kind of sound. Space itself seemed to resonate as ancient purposes were fulfilled and new possibilities awakened. When it was over, the galaxy had changed. The silencers, their true purpose achieved, settled into orbit around various stars, becoming great engines of harmony that would help maintain peace through music. The different species found themselves bound together, not by treaties or alliances, but by songs that they now all shared. Admiral Chen stood on the observation deck of Earth's orbital platform, watching as ships from dozens of worlds moved in harmony through space. Humanity's discovery of musical warfare had led not to destruction, but to a renaissance. The universe's first symphony had been restored, and its music would continue to grow, evolve, and bring new wonders to all who could hear it. In the endless dance of stars and worlds, the battle songs had become peace songs, and the galaxy sang together once more.